I started this channel because too many of my vacations started with, but the website pictures look so different. I'm at the Alila Fort Bishangarh outside of Jaipur, India, at a resort that looks so good on the web, but then there's reality. I've paid my own way to stay here, and today I'm going to be your own personal crash test dummy to test drive this ancient fort turned luxury resort. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly as website hype versus reality square off. If you're new here, I'm Don and I make videos about the world's most unique hotels so you can book your next escape with confidence. The first thing we see after pulling into the hotel is this beautiful reception tent surrounded by fountains. But what's even better is this wonderful welcoming party. Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Delicious. Tangy. Sweet. This is what I like.
It's nice. But before we go any further, let me tell you about this place. This fort was originally constructed in the 18th century and served as an outpost for the royal warriors of Jaipur. It took 10 years to restore this fort that's about an hour-and-a-half drive from Rajasthan's capital of Jaipur, or a 5-hour drive from Delhi. So it takes some effort to get out here. Now let's find out if it's worth the trip. After that wonderful welcome, we're shown the hotel's Mediterranean restaurant next to the reception tent and pool. It's open all day, but you'd never know it because the tables are askew and there's no place settings on the tables. And the place has zero ambiance. So we will not be having any meals here. But not to worry, because there's 2 more restaurants up in the fort that have to be much better than this. Right? But before heading up to the fort, we'll lounge at the pool next to the Mediterranean restaurant for a few minutes. This is the resort's only pool, and it doesn't take long to figure out that there's no service down here. After waiting a good 30 minutes, no one offered us water or drinks or brought a menu. And up until now, the service in India has been incredible, so I don't understand this. There are 4 staff members standing 30 feet from us chatting. And sure, I could call them over, but good service is about anticipating a guest's needs, and that's not what's happening here. After sitting here a while longer, I also noticed that no one's cleaned up after the guests leave. Anyway, time to jump into this golf cart and head up to the fort. I'm sure things are much better up there. As we walk in, my jaw drops as I see how dark this place is, and I start to notice little design details that are just plain bad. I realize this is an old fort, but just a few days ago I was at the Ras Devigar, another old fort turned resort, and it was so wonderful. So I know it's possible to make these old forts into something incredible. And now for our room. There's nothing glaringly bad here, and they do get points for hiding the TV away. But it just feels very ordinary to me. Another missed opportunity, I think. But this is an old fort after all, with real history. So there are definitely some nice surprises here and there as you walk around this place. There's a kids club here and this foosball table, plus a bunch of activities and games. Little kids don't care about good design, so they'd probably be pretty happy here. It's late afternoon now, so time to start thinking about dinner plans. So let's check out the resort's international restaurant. This is also where breakfast is served, and I have to say, this is really disappointing. This space has an insular, cramped feeling with low ceilings, no natural light, and no real character. We're in a 300-year-old building after all, and I have to imagine that an old fort must have some interesting interior spaces that could be amazing, with some good lighting and some creative interior design. Oh well, 2 of 3 restaurants off the list. If you've ever checked in and thought, this isn't what I signed up for, then please subscribe so I can continue to show you what to really expect. The bar is next to the International Restaurant, and I only have one word for this bar: depressing. It's dark, there are no windows, it just feels a bit claustrophobic. There's also no music or ambiance whatsoever. Another big missed opportunity. So we're left with no choice but to go for door number 3, the Rajasthani restaurant upstairs. At least this place has outdoor seating. And that's one of the most shocking things about this place. It's on top of a mountain with 360-degree views across the valley, yet there's almost no outdoor venues. And no venues at all with sunset views, unless you come up to the Rajasthani restaurant, walk out on this turret, and crane your neck to the right. Of course, there's no place to sit. Anyway, we'll come back here a bit later for dinner. There's a Rajasthani buffet on offer out here, but you do have the option to order off the international menu. I like the candles on the tables and the live music. That's a really nice touch. It's also a really nice evening, so we're enjoying just sitting out here. We're gonna go for the Rajasthani cuisine, which is a good choice. The food is really nice. And I have to say, the dinner venue is the highlight of the stay for me. The food, the ambiance, and the service are all very good. We decide to head down the hill to see the fort from outside at night. Another good choice. So you've probably figured out that I'm disappointed with this place, but I do have to say that the welcome was really nice. So was our al-fresco dinner, and the fort is so beautiful at night. But ultimately, I'm really disappointed. I reviewed the Alila Uluwatu in Bali, and I thought that place was fantastic. Great design and great views, so I had high expectations for this place. Unfortunately, this is another one of those cases of, but it looks so good on the website. Unfortunately, that happens way too often in the hotel industry. If luxury is what you're after, then it doesn't get much better than this. The incredible Aman Bagh. I'll be staying at 2 Aman resorts while I'm in India, and this is my first Aman resort in a while, so I'm pretty excited. Check out my experience here. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. The pillows are okay. I'm gonna give them an 8 for pillows. Good night.